did really well. My point, I mean, you know, I opened the gym because I like what I do. I want to help people. I myself want to get in shape, blah, blah, blah. But I really don't like what I see in everyday gyms. And in fact, I hate it, you know, watching YouTube videos and watching all this silly ass things going on. You know, it's not proper technique. It's just, you know, how much instead of how well. Our big thing here is obviously quality, not quantity. I don't care how much you can do of anything. I care about how well you can do it. Perfect example of that last exercise. You know, some of you thought you were really strong, and how deceiving, right? Especially, I mean, unless you had your feet together, it's brutal. So bottom line, we promote quality. You should think that way with every aspect of training and your life. You know, it should always be about quality. Think about, you know, I had someone ask me about a nutrition question this morning. They said they were eating so much and they kept being hungry, they just would never be full. The difference even in the quality versus quantity of food. You know, think about McDonald's. You go get a, what's the number one? A Big Mac fry and soda. How many calories is that? Anyone have an idea? At least 1,500. Probably more if you supersize. Why when people eat that are they hungry in an hour? They got all them calories. Okay, so what's the sugar do? It spikes quickly, so if it goes up fast, what's it have to do? It has to crash. So my client was trying to debate with me, which was an interesting debate. They said, well, I got enough calories, why am I still hungry every hour? Because they got calories, they got calorically dense food, but they didn't get nutrient dense food. So their body got calories and stored it as fat eventually, but what it didn't do was store nutrients and get what it really wanted. So it triggered their brain and said, listen, I need more food. So there you go, that's how people become heavy. Because you eat the wrong stuff, you eat poor quality foods, and you eat too much of it. So you eat too much quantity. And it's a revolving door, right? Take that with training. Too much of anything is bad. You know, whether it's CrossFit, whether it's what we do, whether it's Pilates, yoga, anything can be bad in excess, right? That's why if you promote quality and not quantity. Like some of you, I appreciate the effort, I appreciate the push, but the second your form gets bad, I'd rather you stop. I would absolutely rather you step off, get some water, and come back. You know? But I was really impressed today. I thought you did a great job. One more quick note. Think about how many of you get the flu shot every year? Okay, what exactly do they do when they give you the flu shot? They give you the flu. They give you it in a small dose, right? Because what? They don't want you sick. They want you to build an immunity to it. Same thing here with training. More is not better. People think, oh, well, I want to do 50 sets today. Instead of better quality, higher intensity, lower duration, you only can damage a cell. When you lift weights, you cellularly make damage in your actin-myosin filaments. Too much, and guess what? There's no repairing going on. There's tearing and injuries, right? How many people bench press too much and hurt their shoulders, squat too much, hurt their back? Instead of just thinking, okay, let me have proper movement, proper quality, higher intensity, lower duration. You only can get so much work out of a muscle, you know? So even if you're not with me, guys, when you go train on your own, you know, I write programs for half my clients. I want you to think quality and not quantity at all costs. All right? Any questions?
This chain popped off.
Thank you. All right, guys, good job. Thanks for letting me bore you. I'll see you.